We are joined in studio this morning by the Heart of Katherine, a.k.a. Marty. Good morning, Marty.
Oh, thanks for having me.
How are you, man?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
You've been a busy man. You've come up from Wellington.
That's right.
And you've performed already at our very own Shineathon.
Yes.
How was that experience, first of all?
Oh, man, it was so cool. Like, such a cool environment, like, people real positive, and just good reasons for doing things too.
Yeah.
You know, fundraising and that. We felt really special to be here and doing that. So.
You are very special, man.
Oh.
Bro, we're very honoured and privileged to have you here. We even got a keyboard shipped all the way up from Wellington.
Just for you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Marty, you made it.
All right. So the question maybe a lot of people want to ask, because this is the first time you've been in Life FM, right?
Yeah.
Is the Heart of Katherine is the name of the group or you. Mm-hmm. Where does that come from? Tell us a story about it.
Yeah, so like I always wanted to have a music group, but I didn't really know how it would kind of eventuate. So I called my music many years ago, like 10 years ago. I was like, oh, I'm going to create a name that's like not just like Martin Bryant, because I didn't want it to just be like about me, you know? So I was like, okay, I want a name, but I don't know what that should be. And there was a time where I was in Sydney and I was walking through the suburbs and I met this guy who was busking. And I've always loved buskers because I always think that they bring kind of like a really raw energy a lot of the time, and it's like real ground roots. And so I've always been really attracted to like people like who were singing on the streets and that sort of thing. So I went and had a chat with him, and I was like, I want to just know what this guy's about, because he was singing really loud in a really kind of empty area of town. Usually you'd think like you'd try and be around busy like streets and stuff like that. So I was intrigued, and I went up to him and I was like, hey.
Hey.
Man.
Hey.
How you doing? And then anyway, we got chatting and we had quite a deep conversation. I asked him why he was, what he was up to, and he said that he was singing because he wanted to, when he sung, it would like really make him feel uplifted. And he was going through a hard time. His wife was sick, and he was going through a hard time. And I was like, and he said, when I sing on the street, it just makes me feel elevated from the hard times that I'm going through. And I was like, oh man, that's so cool. Like, because that's really true, that music can do that for you. Anyway, we got chatting, and his wife's name was Katherine.
Oh.
Yeah, and I didn't have a as I said, I didn't have a name at the time for my music. I was like, I want to call my music the Heart of Katherine. And then he said that was okay. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to do that from now on. And I'm like, one day I'm going to get my songs on the radio, and maybe like this hard time that you've gone through, you'll be able to feel good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful.
Does he know?
I don't know.
Dude, you need to reach out to him.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That is so cool. Wow. And so I know the Heart of Katherine was started in 2012.
Yeah.
I just want to ask a little bit about your musical journey from that point to now, and maybe a bit about the Heart of Katherine.
Cool. Yeah. So started as like just a me thing, and then writing songs. I went to law school, and I was always like writing songs in the lectures. And
Love that true passion coming through.
Yeah. People used to joke about me like singing in the courtroom or whatever. It's just silly. But like, so I decided that I wanted to follow my passion of music. And it just started from just writing songs and then collaborating with people. And it's always been a really collaborative process. So I just do the piano, the lyrics, and the structures of the song. And then I rely on super talented people to help me make them sound cool. And yeah, it's always changed. Sometimes I play in a band, sometimes I just do it on my own. And that's it. I don't know. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, totally. So the purpose behind it, you've just always loved music, and you just want to, kind of like that guy you met on the street, are you just like, nah, I just really want people to feel something. I want their spirits to be elevated.
Yeah. And music's always something that I would receive and would give me hope. And I always felt like music was the way that I wanted to go. And I always kind of felt pulled into the more professional like professions like law and stuff like that. And I realized now that actually I don't have to choose one or the other. Like they actually both work together. Because
Oh, so you finished your papers?
Yep.
You're a qualified lawyer?
I am. Yeah, but I do law for, I'm not like courtroom law, I do law for the rights of artists, so intellectual property.
Look at
copyright
that.
stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. So your work is your passion as well.
Sort of. This is more my passion, the piano stuff. But
When it comes to Christian artists that I've come across, this is a passion for them. It's they feel like it's their calling, as you've just explained to us here. But there's not a lot of money to be made out of it.
yeah, like, not in the early stages.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't want to discourage anyone and say that would never happen.
Yep.
But yeah, at the early stages, you have to be getting like multiple millions of streams and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But if you want to do shows and stuff like that, that's still, that's still like an option for if you want to make money. But I would definitely encourage like young people starting out to like, don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can do both. Like
Yeah.
you can facilitate one, and then if one gets real busy, like if your music gets real busy, then you can do that full time. And if not, then you just have to play that juggling game for a while.
You strike me as someone who doesn't care about whether your music is getting 1 million streams. You just care about your music being heard by people and being affected and being impacted by people.
Yeah.
Yeah?
When I was younger, I know. I was like, I want to make this happen. But now I'm like, I care more now that if one person walks away from it and is like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
Then that's good. That's the audience of one,
Yeah.
And that's what a couple of good pastors have taught me about too.
That's amazing.
Yeah, just play for the audience of one. Play for God.
Guess what? We got the person who sings that song in studio this morning. It's the Heart of Katherine, and that song was called Follow. Now, you've got an interesting story about that song, haven't you, Marty?
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to my really good friend Nate, who helped produce that song. And it's quite funny, but like I wanted to write an upbeat song, and Nate is a drummer. And so we didn't use like proper drums. He was like, we're in his house, it's a home studio, and he just goes, I've got the perfect idea for this. So he runs into the kitchen, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then he comes out with a pot and a pan.
Really?
And then he just starts whacking these pots and pans. And then it created like...
Is that the first part of the song?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll play the first part. So is it this part? That part.
I love that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's pots and pans.
That's so, yeah, that ding, ding, ding is like little pots and pans.
So cool.
So
Yeah,
good.
so that's my boy Nate. So whenever I hear that, I always laugh because it was like just two kind of like idiots just in the house, just like we're just getting real into it.
Oh, where's Nate at the moment? Is he still producing and doing this stuff? Oh, nice work, Nate. You still working with him?
Yep.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Cool.
so he's epic, and he's doing the Souvenirs album, which is coming out soon, for my church, which will be cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mean
Cool.
it.
Yeah.
And so you were going to perform Evergreen for us live. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that tune?
Yeah, so it's another song that I worked on with Nate. He did the production, and I wrote this song actually getting ready to get married. Yeah, Kaylee, my wife's behind me.
She's in studio. Hi, Kaylee.
Hi, Kaylee. She's grinning.
He's a lucky man.
Yeah.
He's blessed.
And so it was kind of like getting ready to get married and having that feeling of like needing God within a marriage as well. And so I got Kaylee a ring, and she always wanted the emerald, the green one.
Oh.
And then so I was like, I'm going to call this song Evergreen. Yeah.
Beautiful ring. Holding it out for us. Thank you.
Yeah, but like for me, it was like a period of trusting in God, trusting in like His Word.
Yeah.
And yeah, we wrote it in a time where it was in lockdown, and we're in a batch which was like really in nature and that sort of thing, and it's just a river and lots of greenery, bush and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was a really cold morning. There was like, when you get dew all over the window? Yeah. And I got this little melody, like, kind of like,
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I got stuck in that melody and I just kept doing it over and over, probably 1 million times. And then the lyrics started coming and stuff. So
Beautiful story.
yeah, and then Nate got onto that, produced it up, and he put we actually went outside and recorded tuis and different bird sounds and stuff to create that nature imagery. But yeah, and evergreen meaning a love that's alive, always alive. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, if anyone wants to get a hold of you,
Yes.
how do they do that? How do they find your music, man?
Oh yeah. So my music's on Spotify, and then also, yeah, I've got social media. I use Facebook and Instagram. I've got an Instagram, the Heart of Katherine, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and then you're on MTV and Cribs and all that sort of stuff. They can get you.
That's coming soon.
One day, we'll see. I'll invite you around, mate.
Hey, I've got to hold you to that, okay? It's been awesome having you
Thank
here
you.
this morning and to hear your heart and your music and your passion. We want to hear you sing.
Cool.
And so it would be really cool if you could introduce your jam for us.
Cool, yeah. So the song's called Evergreen.
Winter hello, let's run away into the night, over the shadows and into a new daylight. Color me in, I'll show you the secrets I hide, and with tears in my eyes, I'll give you my whole life. I wanna feel you closer, only you, 'cause I know your love reigns over, it's true. Evergreen, when the road gets hard to see, when I'm falling on my knees, you'll be here with the light on. You'll be here with the light on for me, 'cause your love is mine to keep. You're true and evergreen. You'll be here with the light on. You'll be here with the light on. Evergreen, evergreen, evergreen. Follow my lead all the way up to the sun. We'll live for the day so that we make this one count. No more running around or chasing our tails in the dark, building it up only to fall apart. Just wanna be someone to you, only you, 'cause I'm only someone through you. It's true, evergreen, when the road gets hard to see, when I'm falling on my knees, you'll be here with the light on. You'll be here with the light on for me, 'cause your love is mine to keep. You're true and evergreen.